Hey, what's up, everybody? Danny here with a birthday vinyl update. As you can probably see from the background, I'm going to talk heavily about the Deftones. It's a band that I've been into for quite a while, but a little back history on them. I was not a fan when I first heard. And, another thing, I've never seen anybody talk about them on the Deftones, which is kind of surprising. I'm sure it's been done, but I haven't come across it, and I'm kind of surprised. So I'm happy to share a little piece of my collection with you, my birthday finds related to the Deftones. So we'll start off with, again, a little backstory. My brother-in-law had called me up in '96, and he was living up in Colorado and told me, "Hey, I got a job opportunity for you up here. Get up here." So I took that chance. It was not easy. It was really rough. I had to leave my family behind until I could get everything in order up there and get established. But I did, and it worked out for the best. I am so happy that I made that move, and happy that my brother helped me out. It changed our lives, obviously for the better. But one thing he failed to mention to me is that he talked about this band, but he didn't tell me I was going to have to wake up to this shit every morning. This is what I woke up to every morning. I didn't get it. I just did not get it. And he would have it full blast. Chino's voice, man. This guy is so unique. The whole band to me is unique. But yeah, so Deftones, Adrenaline, their first album. Even the cover I don't get. I don't understand it, but good album, good solid album. It's tough to beat. Bored is a song we just heard. One of the few other songs I like on here is Engine Number 9. Farial, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, probably not. My favorite song on there. Starts out really heavy, hard, fast, and changes tempo midway through. Just brilliant song, brilliant. Turn that down a bit. What got me into the Deftones was their second album. I heard and then saw the video for My Own Summer off of Around the Fur. I can't even say enough about this album. As my brother would say, it's a banger. Starts out with My Own Summer. Midway through, you get to be through it. You get through to Be Quiet and Drive. Another song I really like on here is MX. On the CD, there's a hidden track. Totally worth waiting through. I mean, I didn't even know it was playing. It just kept going and going. You're probably involved in doing whatever you're doing. Then all of a sudden, this song kicks out of nowhere, and it's just intense. I wish they would have added it to the album because it's a really cool song. But yeah, it's a really good album. To me, you can't fucking beat this album. To me, this is the shit when it comes to the Deftones. This is my favorite. A lot of people like White Pony the best, but to me, I love them all. This is my favorite, my gateway into the Deftones. That's on Maverick Records. Black vinyl, 180 gram, both reissues. Like I said, black vinyl, so there's no need to show you the vinyl. There's the label. Adrenaline basically looks the same, but with a blue edge around it. Great albums. If you've never heard it, check them out. It's what they consider new metal. I don't know. They're in a category all their own to me. Leads me into my last piece to the puzzle. I received some birthday money from my in-laws, which allowed me to pick up this album. Deftones, Diamond Eyes. Been looking for this album forever. I was up in Bakersfield about 3 weeks ago, and I stopped into Underground Records, what is one of the shops that Richie's been talking about. Really cool record shop. And saw this immediately on the wall. Grabbed it, $45. This is usually an $80 to $100 album all day long. Really hard to find. In fact, anything used by Deftones, you rarely see. I guess people just are not getting rid of it. A lot of the stuff is out of stock, not being pressed. Although I'm starting to see some of their stuff trickling through again. I'm assuming that they're starting to repress things, some of their older back catalog. Yeah, so I looked at it. It looked a little beat cover-wise. You could tell this thing was heavily played at one point in its life. But unfortunately, it's a white vinyl, so it's really hard to see any imperfections on white vinyl. So I figured before I drop 40, 50 bucks on an album that's, you know, could be slightly thrashed, I want to just do a double take. I checked Discogs, checked eBay, and I saw probably about 4 or 5 of these brand new sealed, going for around $50. So I started doing the research really quickly because I had to make a decision, and I could see a subtle difference in the hype sticker. And then I went back and I looked again, and I read in Discogs that it looked like it's an unknown date as to when it was pressed, and I guess it's pressed in Canada. I don't know whether the sleeve or the vinyl part of it printed in Canada. I guess doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I'm just happy to have it. Brand new copy, white vinyl, on Maverick Records. No, excuse me. First 5 are on Maverick. This one is on Reprise. This is the first of the Reprise albums on Reprise. There's the label. Same thing on the other side. Not quite 180 gram, but solid quality vinyl. Sounds great. Happy to have it. Probably the songs on here that stand out the most are Rocket Skates. That's probably the most popular. Sex Tape, really like that one. It's really mellow, really, really cool. Beauty School, another favorite. All the way through, it's just a solid album. Another big change on that album was Chi, their original bass player. He was involved in a horrific car accident probably about 2 years prior to this, and he was in a coma state, I believe, for quite some time. And you know, he just never recovered from it. Eventually in 2013 he passed away, and I'm pretty sure that the Deftones were just hoping that at some point he would recover and be able to join the band again, but it just never happened. Unfortunately, it's sorely missed. You know, he did play a big part in their sound. I know that he when you listen to those early albums, a lot of those screams, it's not just Chino, it's Chi as well. Just a huge part of that band, and I know he's sorely missed, but they continuously put out good music, and I'm sure it's probably in honor of him as well. I'm sure he would have wanted it that way. And the other thing about the Deftones is their drummer, Abe Cunningham. That fucking dude, I don't know jack shit about drumming, but I know when I hear good drum sound, tone, drum fills, shit, this guy he sounds awesome, always on point. The dude is just a badass drummer. Love that guy. Look forward to listening to all their music and listening to Abe. I love the drums. I've never been a drum guy, but man, that dude just clicks with me. But yeah, so that completes my Deftones collection. Took a while, but I finally did it. So which leads me into my next birthday record. My buddy at work turned me on to this band. She sent me the video, and I checked it out. I'm like, wow, this is really catchy, really poppy. I dig it. It's a band called the Skeggs out of Australia. 3-piece band. This is their latest release, Rehearsal. This is the limited edition cover, purple. It's on black vinyl. I've not opened this yet. I have listened to it on Spotify, and the reason why I haven't opened this yet is because I have 3 copies of it. Yeah, I have 3 copies. I know it's ridiculous, but that's me. That's the collector in me. And especially when I love a band like this, I don't know, I'm just hooked. But yeah, I told my mom, hey, I'd really like to have this for my birthday. If you want to get me something, get me this. And of course, what mamas do, they take care of their boys. So she hooked me up with this, and I'm very happy to have this. And which leads me into my second copy This is one that my beautiful wife surprised me with. This is the purple vinyl. This is the original cover artwork. I believe this one comes with a booklet with their art. I know that it's kind of crazy, kind of art, kind of trippy. All their albums are like this, even their singles. They're artists that they must be friends with this dude. Jack Irvine, I believe is his name. If hope I'm not misquoting it, but I believe he was a childhood actor. I haven't really dug deep into it. I thought I was curious. And he's apparently some kind of a famous artist. If you're into this kind of art, kind of different. But yeah, so that's record number 2. Record number 3, same copy. This is the indie store exclusive version. My buddy at my record store knew I was into him, and he saw it when he was ordering records. He asked me if I wanted a copy of it, and he proceeded to tell me it's indie store exclusive on floral green vinyl on the hype sticker. I had to have it, and he always hooks me up. Always gives me great deals. Love that place. Record City, if you're ever down in San Diego, check them out. Place is awesome. But yeah, great album. A little bit more, I think there's a little more mellow songs on this one versus their first album. I think the tracks that stand out the most to me are Valhalla. Wake Up is a really good one. Another one I really love is Fade Away. Really catchy. Makes you want to sing along to their music. They're basically, they're surf rock, apparently, is what they're categorized as. Kind of an indie poppy punk sound. Really catchy tunes. There's one song in here that even has like a country sound to it. Yeah, they're growing. They're changing up things. I think in a good way. But yeah, I think you really dig them. Really cool. It's something I love playing in the car or my truck, and I can play it with my granddaughters in there and not worry about F-bombs outside of my own mouth coming out, which is always a good thing. I don't want to say it makes me happy when I hear it, but it puts me in somewhat of a better mood, as my wife laughs at me because I always have such a shitty disposition. So I guess you take what you can get, and I love their music. But I want to also share with you their first album, which is My Own Mess. Start to finish, this album is so good. This one is on Ratbag Records. The new album is on Linda Vista, by the way, in case you're interested. Yeah, just really, really good album. Again, crazy artwork. Same guy does their artwork. And this is a red vinyl. This is a second pressing. I'll show you the red vinyl. Red translucent. I don't remember where the original press is on red either. It could be pretty hard to find because everything is out of Australia. Would not be cheap getting one of those here in the States, but really cool. There's a crazy artwork. Again, all their singles have the same guy doing the artwork, but I guess the difference was this: they had to change the cover art on this album because the picture of the three of them is sitting on the steps at that big opera house in, I believe it's in Sydney. It's that crazy building. Yeah, apparently they got in trouble for it, so they had to change the cover. So probably makes it even more expensive. I'll have to get it because the stupid collector in me. But yeah. Final and last record. We were having breakfast a few weeks ago, and across the street is a little record shop that me and my boys went in, checked out, and I found 3 records that I thought were reasonably priced. And I told my youngest son and daughter-in-law, hey, why don't you pick out one of these 3 and surprise me for my birthday? I don't want to know. Don't buy it and give it to me right now. I want to know my birthday. I do like surprises, and I want to know what they picked out for me. I want because like I said, it's really hard to pick out albums for me. I'm very picky. I look for certain. I'm one of those limited edition guys. I've always collected shit throughout my life, and it's the thrill of the hunt. So I found 3 that I thought that I really needed for my collection, and this is what they picked out for me. Dio's last solo album, Master of the Moon. Really cool lenticular cover, or 3D, if you will. The colors look really, really bitchin'. You're probably not gonna be able to tell very well in the camera, but if you saw it in person, it looks so trippy with that 3D effect to it. Love the colors in it and the artwork. He always had great artwork. This is 180 gram and black vinyl. Won't pull it out, there's no need to, but yeah, there's the label on BMG Records, and it's basically a portion of the artwork on the cover artwork. Yeah, really good album. Not his best, but certainly not his worst. I'm happy to have it. I'm one step closer to finishing that collection off. And yeah, so that about does it. I'm happy to share all this with you. If you guys have any questions or want to see any other part of my collection, please let me know, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.